Hello again. Apologies, I took another 14 minutes because I had difficulties in uploading this thing on YouTube. Not really uploading it, but had difficulties in transferring it here from my email. Some personal technical difficulties with my laptop. But voila, here we are here right now, and that's what is more important. What's more important is that we are here and we are happy to be here today. The topic is Investing 101, and it's Secrets of Becoming Wealthy for people with disabilities in Africa. How many of you want to be wealthy? If you want to be wealthy, just put a yes for me, and I'll be very happy to move on if you want to be wealthy. Thank you. But before we do that, before we move on to being wealthy, you need to know a little thing about this topic, this investment topic. And also the person who is presenting today. So a little about me, a little about me. Who is Waire? Waire Nikoro. I am the founder of LBD. LBD means Life Beyond Disability, and what this means is it's a non-profit that I founded, and the reason why I founded this non-profit is because of me helping people with disability. So a little about Waire is I was born with a disability. One, I started LBD Foundation in 2019. For those who don't know, and I've also experienced hardship. So I know what it means not to have money. I know what it means I know what it means to be broke. I know what it means not to have nothing. I'm telling you, I've been there and I know what it means not to have nothing with a disability. How much more a female in Nigeria, in Africa? I know what it means not to have any form of support and not for nobody to even care about you if you have a disability or not, because everybody is chasing their life, everybody is chasing their vision, everybody is chasing their dreams. So I know what it means to be abandoned. So that's why I have this passion for you. It's not just a normal passion. It's a passion that comes with pain, that comes with, but not a bad pain, but a healthy pain that comes with, oh, if I have gone through this, it means a lot of people may be going through this and I need to help them because it's very difficult for one person to even go through something. How much more when hundreds of people all over the world or all over Africa are going through the same thing you have gone through. So I know what it means to go through a lot of loneliness, and because I've experienced it, especially for young graduates with disability. When I started it, I started my life after my schooling. I experienced a great, not even some, a great level of hardship based on my where I'm from, based on my disabilities, based on many other factors. So thank you, Spencer. Spencer said he can see my slide. Thank you. So I am here to help people with disabilities by empowering them. I help to empower people with tech, leadership, and financial skills. How do I help with tech? My organization help to link up or my how will I use it? My organization help to sponsor people with disability. We help to partner with tech companies to sponsor people with disabilities. When we have such partnership, we make it known to the community. We have a community group for people who know that. We make it known to the community that there is a tech sponsorship for people with disabilities, especially graduates with disabilities who want to go into the tech skills. So we have done that couple of times. I also help with leadership. Every year, as you know, we always organize 2 leadership programs for people with disability to train them on building some essential leadership skills. And right now, what we are doing right now is our financial program. We help to build you on financial skills. Money is good, and everybody should have some level of financial freedom, and that's what we are doing here. I pity so many persons who are not here right now, but if you know anybody who needs to be here, tell them to be here. And that's it. So that is it for those with disabilities and how you can join our community. There's a link here, but I know there will still be an email on the group, on the chat button, so on the comment button. So for those who need to message us and come into our community. Our next slide. So that's a little about me. Yes, I've written 2 books, which some of you don't know about, and you need to know about it. It's not just about talking on YouTube or and shouting. but you also need to walk your talk. I've written 2 books, and these 2 books explains my life and explains the life that I want to live and the life that I want people with disabilities all over the world to live. The first book I wrote was Leadership from Nothing to Something. It talks about leadership essentials, what you need to know. Anybody can read this book. It's not even about people with disabilities, but I'm just narrowing it here because we have a disability. I've written 2 books. One is on leadership because I believe in great leadership skills. If you're a great leader, you can be able to build others, build yourself. Like right now, what I'm doing is based on leadership skills. I'm trying to build you, build people who will watch this based on my leadership values. I'm trying to help you become a better person. That's what a leader do, helping people becoming better in whatever that they need to be better on. And the second book, which is my most recent book, is Value Rules the World. What I'm trying to give to you, my financial skill, knowledge I'm trying to pass to you right now is value. You're going to use it to build yourself. And there are so many other areas of value that is on this book. So I am leaving this book here for people that are going to watch this live stream in the near future to see this live stream and to build themselves. Now let's move on to why we are here. The matter for the day, investing. And that's why everybody is here right now. We are all here because we want to use our money right and we want to build our money right, investing. Now, what is investing? Investing involves purchasing assets that appreciate in value over time, generating returns through income payments or capital gains. Great. Spencer, thank you for being here. Investing involves purchasing assets that appreciate in value, generating returns through income payment or capital gain. Investing refers to acquiring securities, real estate, and other assets to achieve capital gain and preserve wealth. Well, this may sound like a very big grammar, but what is investing? Investing generally is a way of preserving your wealth. It's a way of multiplying your wealth. Just get it like that. Investing is a way of multiplying my wealth. How can I multiply my wealth? For a very long time, I was thinking about it. How can I grow my money? How can I multiply my money? And one of the best way, in fact, one of the only way I know, and probably I know maybe 2 ways, but one of the most legitimate way to grow your money is investing. And investing is not sprint. Investing is marathon. You have to keep investing day by day as much as you have available resources, as much as you have available money. I always tell people that people that need to be here, especially if you have a disability, these are the people that need to be here. Number one, if you have a disability and you are a worker, you earn something, you're a salary earner, you need to be in this place right now. Secondly, if you have a disability, because I'm narrowing down to people with disability, but this program is more than disability, it's for everybody. But I'm specifically narrowing it down to people with disability because I have a heart for people with disability. I love you guys, and I want you people, as many persons who want to go above poverty, who want to go above financial stress. I want you guys to be wealthy. So that's why I do what I do. As many persons who want to take up this as an advantage to them. That's why I do what I do. So investing is a way of growing your wealth, as I earlier said. It's a way of building yourself. So it's more of buying assets. When you buy something and you increase your value over time, thereby generating gains through what you have bought or through what you have purchased. That is investing. So when next you hear what is investing is all about using your money to make more money. So you can write that down. Somebody should type that. Investing is all about using your money to make more money. When I use my money to make more money, I am an investor. When I use what I have to make more money, I am an investor. This program is for people who are salary earners. This program is this meeting, as I said, people who are salary earners, people who have some level of income, probably through government benefit or even private benefit, or maybe even you beg. Yes, even if you beg and you earn something, you need to start thinking of how to invest those little money that they are giving to you now, because that money is not going to be there forever, especially when you are soliciting for alms. The older you get, the less sympathetic people become of you. When I was younger, I had a disability. Even if I didn't beg, people just naturally give me money. They will say, oh, you cute little beautiful girl, take this 5,000, take this 3,000. But right now, nobody does that to me anymore. And even if they do, it's not gonna be, oh, you cute little girl anymore. And as you grow older, you get to 40, 50, they start ignoring you. So you need to plan your tomorrow now. Investing is all about sowing a seed. You know how you plant a seed? I don't know how many of you are farmers, but you plant a seed on the soil. When you plant a seed on the soil, you are sowing it on the floor, on the soil. Investing is you are planting your today's seed for your tomorrow's harvest. That is investing. You are planting your today's seed for your tomorrow's harvest. That is the main reason for investing. Planting your today's seed for your tomorrow's harvest. That is investing. So when you think of investing is using your little money you have to make more money. And investing is all about planting your tomorrow's seed for your today's seed rather for tomorrow's harvest. You should not eat your seed and your bread. Some money are not for eating. Some money are for investing. You shouldn't eat everything. You shouldn't eat everything. When we started this program, I started asking how many of you have saved last year, and you were able to say this was what I saved. I saved 2,000 or 100 Kenyan shillings. I saved 20,000 naira from the beginning of January to the end of December 2024. And we had little people, even probably nobody who saved. So you shouldn't eat everything, because if you keep eating everything every year, a year will come where you may not have enough, and you may have eaten what you ought to have saved or sold in the future. It is foolishness to eat everything. Yes, even no matter how little, we have reasons why we want to eat everything. Oh, it's not enough. Oh, it's so little. No matter how little, it is foolishness to eat everything. Complete foolishness. I used to eat everything prior to now. I used to eat everything a long time ago. But I discovered that the more I eat everything, when I need something so desperately, I don't have it. And there is no urgent 2K or urgent 1K or just give me this little money. Nobody will give you anything. The worst that will happen when you beg as a lady, somebody will want something in return for what they will give to you. And that in return, you may not want it because that's not your value system. So to avoid being taken advantage of, don't eat everything, no matter how juicy it is. Why should you invest? Savers are losers. Yes, saving is beautiful. I've always talked about how we should save. I've always emphasized, oh, save. But the truth about it is that saving, if all you do is just save, you will be losing. What you should do is when you save to invest. You save to invest. You don't just save and leave it there. You must have a reason why you are saving. And one of the best reasons why you save, you don't save for the raining day. If not, bad things will come to you and it will always be raining. And when it's raining, you are bringing out your money. Maybe you're having medical challenge today, or tomorrow somebody died, you need to do a burial ceremony. Next tomorrow, something happened. You don't save for a rainy day. That's a bad mindset. I've talked about that already on our community group. You don't save for the rainy day. You save to invest. Just recently, I invested in my my personal development just recently. And how did I get the money? I went to my savings account. I have a separate account for savings. I was looking for money. I didn't have spare cash. Yes, I was looking for money. I didn't have spare cash. And then I said, okay, how can I get money right now? And then I remembered I had some money in my savings account. So all I needed to do, and that's my savings account, I don't have access to it. I don't have anything. In fact, I even prevent myself from having ATM. I try not to. My ATM is very far for me, or even if it's far. I don't have ATM for that particular account. I don't have ATM for that particular account. For me to be able to get to that account, I need to log in and I need to get into an account to get into my another account for me to access. To tell you how deep I went, just because I want to be disciplined. But I discovered that this is for my personal development. I need to invest in it, and it just came all of a sudden. And I liked it, and I said, yeah, this is what I want. And for me to get that money, it was more like a discount, 24 hours discount. And it was for my personal development. It was academic and personal development. So I wanted it. And how did I get money? Because I didn't have any spare cash. I went to my savings account. At that point, I'm saving to invest in myself. I'm not saving for a rainy day. I'm investing in myself. And that's that. So we save to invest, because if you only save for a rainy day, you are a loser. Investing helps you to achieve financial goals. You have financial goals. When you invest, you should always know that when you are investing, you should have a reason why you are investing. What do you want to use the money for at the end of the investment? What's your plan? Are you just investing because other people are investing? That's not a good way of investing. You think about it. Okay, I want to have a good life for myself when I am 40 years old, when I am 30 years old. And by the time you have a reason why you're investing, then you will have a reason why you should invest. Because when I'm talking invest, some of you don't know why you should invest. You think I'm just here to scam you, or I'm just here to do anything with you. I'm not even telling you to invest in my property or in my life, or invest or giving you something like a company that I own. I'm telling you to invest. You are doing the investment yourself with your own hands, with your own phone, with your own funds. You are the one having the access. I don't have any access to it, so I don't have any personal gain to gain from you. You have everything to actually gain from me. So you need to think of what financial goal do you want to achieve. I want to stop begging. You may be begging now, or you may be poor now, or you may not have so much right now. I want to be able to live a decent life in the next 2 years, so I need to invest. So I want to give you an example of a particular person a story I know about, of a particular man who was, how will I make, he was more like, he does manual jobs, right? Was it manual jobs they call it? And he, more like a taxi driver or something. Let me use that as an example. But this man was very wise. He invested 20% of his monthly money every month. He did that for 5 years. He did that for 5 years. At the end of that 5 years, this man became a millionaire. He stopped his taxi work. He was able to get something decent for his life and start a business for himself. A more dignified business for himself. But he didn't start from there. He started from somewhere, investing 20% of his money every month for 5 years. That sounds very difficult, right? Yes. But somebody did it and left poverty. And there's somebody else that will still be in that same poverty 5 years after, still eating his or her investments. But that man is now financially free. From 5 years upward, he will no longer have to beg or have to be stressed out. So investment is a way of coming out of stress. If you are 20s and you're 30s, this is a very good time to invest. If you're in your 40s, no problem. You have a space to also invest. Because when you get to your 50s and your 60s, nobody will really care about you except you. Investment helps to build financial security. I've talked about that. Your future depends on your today's investment. Helps you to attain financial freedom. I've talked about that. Helps you to retire early and comfortably. So with this, you should be able to know why you need to invest and what you need the money for. What do you need the money for? You need to know. I need the money to get into a business in the next 4 years, 5 years. I need the money to become financially stable so I can be paying my bills all by myself without begging my uncle, my auntie, my mommy, my daddy. I need the money for something. You need to think about it. And when you get your why, then you should know, how long do you want to invest? Do you want to invest for 6 months? Do you want to invest for 1 year? Do you want to invest for 4 years? Or like this taxi driver, do you want to invest for 5 years? Depending on the reason for why you want to invest, then you will know how long you want to invest. But for me, I will tell you, long-term investment is the best. Long-term investment is the best. However, you can invest for as long as you want, depending on the reason why you want to invest and your goals for investment. Please give me a second. I need to go back to the previous slide, screenshot it, and send it to the group because some people are not here. So I need to do that and screenshot it and send it to the group so that some people can come in and they can join us. Just give me a second. Let me screenshot this. then I'll send it to the group so some people can be motivated to join us. Okay, I think I've done that. Copy, paste. Oops. Okay, so just give me a second and I'll be back. I think I've pasted it. I need to send it to the group right now. Save. Okay. Yes, thank you for being patient with me. Thank you again for being patient with me. So you need to know why you need to invest. Now, the next topic on our dashboard here, thank you for being patient with me again, is where can you invest? Some of you are saying, okay, you have spoken a lot about investment. You have told us, oh, I need to start becoming more intentional with my life, with my future. As I grow older, nobody's going to give me anything. And that's the reality. I have seen a lot of people with disability poor and begging, beggarly. They didn't start that way. It was because they were not able to have this information that you're having right now. And also maybe because they ate both their bread and their seed. See, it's not every money that you should eat. You should only eat. You can eat your bread, but don't eat your seed. Seed are meant to be. Sorry. Oh. It's not every money you should eat. You can only eat your bread. You shouldn't eat your seed. Seed are meant to be sowed, not to be eaten. No farmer eats his seed. A farmer sows seeds and eats the profit of the harvest. You shouldn't eat both your seed and your bread. Investment is sowing your seed. The earlier you start sowing your seed, the better. And where can you invest? Number one, in every country, wherever you are, don't say it's not done in my country. It's done in every country. If you are from Kenya, if you are from Cameroon, Spencer, if you're from Cameroon, if you are from Ghana, this applies to everyone. You can invest in treasury bills. You can invest in government bonds. You can invest in REITs. You can invest in mutual funds. You can invest in corporate bonds. Some people call it corporate bonds. Other people call it commercial papers. You can invest in ETF and stocks. And the very popular ones everybody's running away from is Bitcoin, crypto. I'm not telling you to go into crypto. It depending on who you are and your age and many other things. So I'm not telling you to go into crypto. I'm only telling you that there are many ways you can invest. If you don't want to do this, you can do this. If you don't want to do this, you can do this. If you don't want to do this, you can do this or this. So there are different ways you can invest, depending on why you are investing, depending on why you need to invest, as I said, and how long you want to invest. So that's it. And there are also other ways of investing. You can also invest in real estate and invest in insurance. I will discuss all of this, or maybe some of this, maybe not all, some of this as we keep going on in more series, in more topics, as we keep doing more YouTube's videos, and also our online community. I will also help to brief you all and explain more that you need to know about it. Now, the next slide. Yes, next slide. Another thing you need to know about investment is there are factors that determine your investments. You shouldn't invest in everything and anything because sometimes you don't have all the money to invest. Maybe you just have very little money, maybe $10, $5. Maybe you have just 20 Kenyan shillings or 10,000 naira. You don't have, you maybe you even have just 5,000 naira. Maybe you just have 5,000 naira. You don't have all the money to just be putting in. You have very little money. Maybe you don't have big money. It's fine. But you need to know what determine manual. Okay, what do you mean by manual, Spencer? I didn't get that. What you mean by manual? You can type that. You don't have all the luxury of money because while you have a disability, you're trying to manage yourself. So there are factors that determine investment. Number one, investing objectives. I talked about it. Why do you need to invest? Capital. Are you trying to keep your money in one place? Like I know somebody who says, you know what? I just have 20 cedis, 20 Ghana cedis, and I don't know what to do with it. I just want to keep it somewhere that in the next 6 months I want to come back and still see 20 Ghana cedis. I don't want to multiply it. I don't want to increase it. I just want that money to be safe, and I don't want it in the bank. You know what? Don't keep your money in the bank. If you keep your money in the bank, that money is going to reduce because banks are going to take interest from you. They're going to take interest from you. They're not going to help you save your money. The worst place to keep your money is in the bank. That's the worst place to keep any money. In fact, even if bank wants to help you, probably you have a savings account, a bank will not give you more than 1% or 2%, or maybe Nigerian bank, because I'm from Nigeria, maybe they can give you 4% from your money if you are putting it in a savings account. So don't ever put your money in the bank. If you have money, put your money either in a savings app, a fintech savings app, which I've shown you on the community group. We have a group. I usually post things. Either I post things or my team posts things there. Read the things we post. Do not put your money in the bank. If you have spare money, don't put it in the bank because your money is going to reduce. Banks are going to take interest rates from you. Banks are going to take many things. Before you know, your money is going to be sipping. You'll just be getting debit alert 0.2 naira, 0.10 naira, kobo rather, 0.2 kobo, 0.10 kobo. That's for naira. That's for Nigerian currency. Banks do not help you to save or preserve money. Rather, they will help you to spend your money. So, no to banks. No to banks. So, if you are someone that wants to just keep your money, you say, I don't want to increase it. I just want the money safe in the next 6 months. I want to have it there. There is an investment plan for you for this. One of the best ways to just preserve your money there's a plan for it. So you need to know your objective. Do you want capital preservation or you want to grow your money? You want to say, you know what, I have 5,000 naira this month and I want to grow this 5,000 naira and have a 10% interest in this 5,000 naira in the next 2 months, 4 months, 5 months, whatever the thing is, or even in the next 1 year, I want to have a 10%. There is an investment plan for you. Or you want to say, oh, I want multiple growth. I have 5,000, but I want to increase my 5,000 to 15,000. 15,000 naira or 15,000 Ghana cedis or $15. I have $5. I want to increase it to $15. One thing I will say about investment is don't be too greedy. Don't be too greedy with investments. Calm down. Money grows simultaneously, or how will I put it? Money grows gradually. If you are greedy, you may be cheated. So don't be too greedy. Any investment that is the percentage is 80%, 90%, 50%, 70%. Look at it very well. It's most likely to be a scam. Also, any investment that you don't know what they are using the money for, all you are concerned about is the interest. Give me $10 and I will give you $20. You don't even know what the people are using it for. That is likely to be a scam. And that's why MMM is a scam. It's a Ponzi scheme. Because nobody was using the money for anything. There was no business. It was not a business or a stock or something that a company will be using your money to buy more products or something. That's why MMM was a scam. So you need to be careful so you don't become so greedy as an investor. But there are different investment risk and tolerance. We have the low risk, the medium risk, and the high risk. Right now, for me, I am a high risk taker because I am quite young. If you are in your 20s and 30s, you can be a high risk taker because the higher the risk, the higher the profits. But you should know that it is risky. No risk, no profit. But if you are in your late 30s and your 40s, it's advisable to be in your a moderate risk taker. Don't take too much risk. And if you are in your 50s and your 60s, please be a low risk taker because you may not be able to recover your money if it goes south. So be a low risk taker. And there are investment plans for high risk, medium risk. For example, crypto is high risk, stock is high risk, but something like government bond is low risk because it's from the government. You are investing into the government of your country, and you are likely to get the money back from the government because it's a government thing. Treasury bill is low risk because it's also from the government as well. Oh, hello, Elvis from Cameroon. Nice to meet you here. So all of these are low risk, and some of them are also medium risk. They'll tell you this is a medium risk. Another thing we need to know is, I talked about it, how long do you want to invest? I will advise you the best way to invest in, plan your investment within 1 year, that in the next 1 year, I want to invest this money for 1 year. Don't invest today and go and take out the money tomorrow. It doesn't make you an investor. It doesn't make you an investor. So that's why when you want to invest, don't invest all the money you have. You can't be paid the salary of 10, or you can't be paid the salary of, let me use 10. You can't be paid the salary of 10 Ghana cedis and you're using all the 10 Ghana cedis to invest. How will you pay your house rent? How will you eat? How will you go to work? So you need to plan. And I will teach you how to plan. I've taught you already on the community group, but I will teach you here by the end of this meeting. I'll teach you. We'll be ending this meeting in the next 14 minutes. We'll be ending this. So stay here. Yes, stay till 14 minutes time. We'll be ending this. Okay, Spencer said, how do I know the industry to invest? There's no problem. This is the first series. This is Investment 101. Calm down, just learn gradually, and you will know how to invest the industry, because I am here to help you get wealth. So be comfortable to ask me any question, both here and also on the community group, on our WhatsApp group. Ask me personally, privately, I will answer you. But get to understand the foundation. This is a foundation I'm trying to lay why you need to end poverty in your life. Poverty is not good. Even if you are poor today, determine not to be poor tomorrow, because nobody is going to help you. And that's the truth. Okay. Thank you. Okay, I haven't learned anything about this man's story. What man's story? Okay, the taxi driver I talked about. Okay, that's fine. Yes, thank you, Spencer. I will never choose poverty. I like that spirit. I will never choose poverty. Please don't choose poverty no matter what. So you need to know. So what's your investment knowledge? You are a beginner. Most of you here are beginners. Intermediate, advanced, whichever you are, that's how you know how to invest or what to invest in. And your income. How much do I earn in a month? You cannot invest more than your income, and you cannot invest all your income. Invest only your spare cash. Spare cash. Every spare cash must be invested. And also, not just only your spare cash. Also have a plan for your investments, which I'm going to talk about budgeting by the end of this video. Have an investment plan. Don't eat everything. I've been shouting it. Don't eat everything. Have a plan. You can invest 5%, 10%. You must have a plan for investment. You should not eat all the money you have, especially if you are a salary earner and you have a disability, or you get government benefits and you have a disability, or you may even have private benefits. Maybe some people give you money once in a while. You have a disability. Don't go and buy everything and eat everything. Or you are even begging on the street or something, and you are here today. Good news for you. Your begging on the street is about to end in a matter of few months or few years, whatever it is. You're not going to beg forever. Don't eat everything. Have a plan. So if you are a low salary earner, a medium salary earner, or a high salary earner, great. It depends on what kind of salary earner you are. Then you plan based on your salary, because you cannot go and steal to invest. No, in this group we don't encourage illegitimate source of funds here. What every investor will know needs to know. Now you are now an investor. For you to be here, it means you're an investor. So what every investor needs to know: number one, I have said it already, invest your idle cash. Don't spend money you used to buy alcohol. I'm not telling you not to drink alcohol, but it's not every time you should drink it. Maybe if you drink it twice in a day, maybe you should start drinking once a day and use the remaining money as a plan to invest. Don't say I don't have money, but you eat. You eat. So don't spend money you used to buy anything. Maybe the money you used to buy excess things. You need to start planning your budget and taking off those excess. Don't spend money you used to buy recharge card and watch movie all through the night. Season 1, season 2, season 3, season 4. Maybe you need to cut down on the movies, the recharge card, the YouTube videos you are watching, so you can save some money for investment. That's how you gather spend money. Yes, that's how you gather spend money. So recent part to now, I used to buy my food items in chunks. Like I buy food items weekly. But because I need money for investment, I have planned that I'm going to buy food items once a month, which means I will buy in bulk. When you buy in bulk, you are able to save more, and you are able to reduce the price of buying little by little, because by the price of buying retail is more expensive than buying in bulk. That's my way of reducing my income, reducing my spending, so that I can invest more money by buying my things in bulk. Because if I buy my things in bulk, I can be able to eat it for 1 month than for me to be buying it weekly by weekly, where I will spend more and I will not, it may not even satisfy me. So think about those things you do that makes you spend a lot of money, and start reducing it. It's for you to reduce the recharge card you buy. It's for you to reduce your the money you buy, you spend subscribing on YouTube, or for you to even, maybe you need to even trek to an extent. Maybe, I mean, walk. Let me not use the word trek. Sorry about that. Maybe you need to walk. Oh, Jesus. Maybe you need to walk some distance to some extent so that you can be able to save some money. I can remember when I started schooling, I needed to save some money for something. I was trekking. Should I use the word trekking? That's a Nigerian word. I was walking. Yes, I was walking a longer distance to the train station so that I can save taxi fare. Taxi fare. I was walking almost 45 minutes every day to school, to 1 hour every day to get to the train station. Then I'll take a train to school so I can be able to save taxi fare. So some of you may need to think through how you can start getting idle money. It must not be my way, but think about your peculiarity and how it affects you. So remember the 50-30-20 rule. I'll talk about this rule in the next slide. Keep on investing. Investing is not a sprint. It is a marathon. You need to keep investing every month. Even if you are investing 10% of your salary, make sure it's 10% every month. There are some months you may not have enough. There are some months you will have more. But make sure you are consistent. Every month, do it for 12 months. Do it for 13 months, depending on how long you want to invest. Don't invest today and the next day you're investing is 3 months time. That doesn't make you an investor. Invest every month and you will get the reward. And when the reward comes, I will not be there to enjoy it with you. You are the one that's going to enjoy it by yourself anyway. I won't be there to enjoy it with you. But you need to know that if I start doing this, I must do it every month. Fourthly, diversify. Yes, know your risk profile. I've talked about it. If you're in your 20s and your 30s and you know, I want to earn more, depending on how you want your life to be in your 40s and your 50s and your 60s. So for me, I have made up my mind. I want to retire at my 50s. I don't want to even get to 50 to retire. I want to retire at 45 45 to 47, I want to be done with working for somebody or working with somebody. I want to be on my own. And even if I don't work again in life, I want to be able to know that what I have in my bank account will sustain me and my children. What about you? Do you want to still be working at your 40s, at your 50s, at your 60s, at your 70s? That's my decision. I want to, by 45, I want to be done working. Yeah, and even if I choose to work at 45, it's because I don't want to just be all around, but I don't want to be working to earn money. I want to be working, if I even need to work, I want to just be working probably for exercise, to exercise myself. So but I don't want to be working because I need to eat. An investment is a good way to start saving. From now till 45, I still have a long way to go. I have more than 15 years to go, more than 15 years to keep investing, to get to that point where I can stay on my own without having a fear of my future or the future of my family. So know your investment, and also diversify your investment. Don't put all your investment in one portfolio. Avoid get rich quick scheme. I've talked about it. Investment is slow and steady win the race. Don't say, oh, today, I'm tired of investing. Investment is slow and steady win the race. But the truth is, if you start it, you are securing your tomorrow. Your today may not be secured because you did not invest yesterday, but let your tomorrow be secured. Lastly, this is the last, because we're already out of time. We're already out of time, so this is the last. This is the 50-20-30 rule I talked about. This is the 50-20, the 50-20-30. And what is this rule all about? When you get your salary, you should know that you should spend 50% on your essentials. What are your essentials? Your essentials may be your house rent, if you need to pay your house rent. You need to pay water bills. You need to pay electricity bills. If you need to pay your tax. Of course, maybe if tax have not been taken away from your salary, you need to pay your tax. You need to buy food stuff, groceries that you need to eat for that month. You need to keep some money aside for your transportation to work, or maybe you buy fuel, diesel, or whatever are your essentials. 50% of that money you get go to your essentials. Then your wants or your charity. Maybe you are helping some people. Like I saw someone in the last meeting, the last YouTube channel, the person said he's helping 10 orphans. And I'm like, 10 orphans, that's a lot of people you are helping. How much do you earn to help 10 orphans? So 20% should go to charity. If you are someone like me that love to help people, I don't help people with all my salary. If I help you with all my salary, how am I going to look good? How am I going to eat? How am I going to pay my rent? I love to help, yes, but it is not wisdom to help with everything you have. Especially all the time. There are times where I need to make some sacrifice and I will help. And I need to do, sorry, a minute. I need to do a lot to help, but I can't do it. It's not every month. Some people, all their money goes to other people, goes to their mother, their father, their uncle, their auntie, their younger sister in university or something. And they end up not having anything for themselves at the end of the month. That is not wise. Because if anything happens to you today, if you die, those people are going to survive without you. It's not a thing of saying, oh, are you sure? They will find a way to survive. Human beings are the people who we are the most adaptable people on earth. We can adapt under any condition. So you cannot spend all the money you have on yourself, on people, and at the end you are thinking of, oh, what do I have for myself? And you are thinking you are doing good. You're not doing anybody anything. You are doing yourself a very bad thing. So you need to pay yourself first. Invest in yourself. So charity and wants are also excesses. For example, if you want to buy a bottle of Coke, I'm not saying you should be drinking Coke every day, but once in a while, you can put some money to buy Coke. I'm just giving you the list you can buy based on, I don't know what your salary range is. But for people who like luxury, once in a while you can take yourself out, but you must have a budget for it. That I take myself out with 20% of my budget. It should not go more than 20%. If you know you like to do something extraordinary beyond your essentials, it should be in between this budget. Then the last thing is sorry, it should be in between this 30% rather. This is the want, right? It is not the want. Sorry. Oh my God, I'm very sorry. It's this one. 20%. It should be in between this 20%, as I've earlier said. This is the want. So whatever you want that you don't need, but you want it based on your lifestyle or based on who you are, go for 20%. It should not be more than this 20% budget. Spencer is saying, feed the body that works the money. Good. Once in a while, ma. Yes, absolutely correct. I like that. Thank you, Spencer. Yes, so 20% of your wants, if you like luxury, if you like to take yourself out once in a while, do that within 20%. Don't do that within 50% of your budget. If not, you're going to end in debt. Some of you end in debt because you don't know how to budget. This is the best way to budget. Then the last 30% should be your investment. 30% of your salary. For example, if you earn 10,000 naira, 30%, 10% is about of 10,000 naira is about 1,000. 30% is 3,000. It is not a crime to take out 3,000 naira from your 10,000 naira and plan your savings and your investment with 30%. Even if you cannot make 30%, at least make 20%. If it's so bad, make 20% of your investment. If you feel, oh, I have a lot of debt on me, the money I earn is so little. Okay, can you reduce this 30% to 20%? But to tell me that you want to make your essentials 50% and you want to give to charity 50%, that's 100%, and you're not doing anything about your tomorrow, you are just digging your own. How will I put it? You're just giving yourself hardship. Hardship for tomorrow. Hardship. Just recently, I got to get an information about someone I know that her father is begging her for money. Her father is about 60 years old and he cannot do so much work again, and he's begging her for money. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I provide. I personally give my family money, my parents money, not as I have a budget for it, not because they need it essentially, but because I love my parents. I love to care for them, and I believe it's part of my values, my Christian values, to honor your parents, to even if they don't want it, just once in a while, buy them something, once in a while, send something home every month or once in a while, depending on your budget or who you are or what you do. I like to do that. And I'm not the only one that does that. My sisters, my brothers also do that as well. It's a family culture. But not because my parents basically, even if we don't give them, they can still do without it. Even if we don't give them. But when you don't invest in your tomorrow, by the time you grow old, you'll be depending on your children who are still trying to manage their life, who are still trying to even build themselves. You will depending on, imagine you are 60 years old, depending on your child of 20 years old to give you money for feeding, give you money for house rent. It's a lot of stress for that young girl or that young lady or that young man. Many of our parents have made this mistake. We should not make that mistake as well. Rather, we should correct the mistake. And one of the ways to correct the mistakes is by investing. So this is what I have to say today. It's already 1 hour. The meeting is just for 1 hour. I can't do more than this. In our next meeting, I will talk about how you can invest. In this meeting, I was able to just a summary, because this is a thank you. Just a summary. In this meeting, I told you about this investment, especially for people with disabilities, and why I know it can benefit you. I talked about myself and how I started with hardship, especially as a young graduate with disability in Africa, and how I run my organization LBD. And this is a way of building people with disability to also have financial skills. Financial skills. So this is a financial skills program. I also talked about the new books I have I have done. You can check Amazon and Seller. All my books are there. If you are a reader, you should be a reader. I'm a reader. You should check Amazon, Seller. My books are there. I also talked about how investing is using the little money you have to grow your money, preserving your wealth. Not lastly, I talked about why you should invest, that saving is good, but investing is better. And when you save, you don't save for a rainy day, you save to invest. That's why if you keep saving without investing, you are a loser. And if you are saving in the bank, that is not saving, because the banks are going to charge you interest rates. They're going to be deducting your money every one month for bank maintenance, account maintenance, fee, blah blah blah. You're not saving. And even if you're having a savings account, the best a bank can give to you is 2%, 3% and that is not a good interest rate for an addition. Investment, you can have more than 2%, 3%. There are some investment that you can go as much as, there's one I am doing that I have 19%. I have 20% investment in my investments. 22%. Yeah, the government bonds I'm doing, I have 17.9% of it. If I invest 2 years, and if I invest 1 year, I have 16%. Bank can never give you 16% for your investment. No bank will do that. So don't keep your money in the bank. Banking saving is a losing saving. I talked about why you should have a goal while you're investing. For me, I said it, I have a goal to retire at the age of 45. Even if I don't work again at the age of 45, I don't want to be scared. I want to have a security where I don't want to be scared of going to work or I will not be able to eat. So investing is a good way to have financial freedom and to retire early. And I also talked about how there are different ways of investing. No matter the country you are, you can do any of this and all of this, depending on how much you have and the country you have. Your government does government bonds. It's just for you to Google it. Government bonds in Cameroon. You will see the financial agency that does it, and you see how much you can use. Like in my country, government bonds, you can do it as low as 5,000 naira. You can invest in government bonds every month. I invest in government bonds every month. As low as 5,000 naira. 5,000 naira is less than £2. It's less than $3. It's less than $3. I don't know what $3 is in your country. I don't know what $3 is in your country. 5,000 naira is less than $3. I don't know what $3 is in your country. But you can invest 5,000 naira every month, and you can do that for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. So in my country, the lowest you can invest in government bond is 5,000 naira. And I do that. I don't invest 5,000 naira. I do more than that, but I invest every month. So don't tell me you can't do it. If you can have less than $3 or $3, I don't know what $3 is in your country, but in my country, 5,000 naira is less than $3. I think 5,000 naira might be, I don't know, but it might be $2.5, maybe $2 and some. Oh my God. Why am I? Oh, Jesus. Okay, I have a meeting right now. Sorry. So that's it. You can invest in Bitcoin and every other coins, and that's for crypto and other things. And you need to determine which of the investors' portfolio are you. Are you a high investor, a medium investor, a low investor? How long do you want to invest? 1 year is the least I will advise you to invest. Or you want to invest for 5 years, or you want to invest for above 5 years. You just want to keep investing. How old are you? Are you 20 years and above? Then you can do well to know your age and how long and your investment tolerance. Are you 20 to 60, or are you below 45 years? Are you a beginner in this work, in this investment? Because if you're a beginner, you should be doing it little by little so you don't finish all your money. So how much income do you earn? Are you a low income earner, below the minimum wage? Are you a medium income earner, or you are very rich, very, very, very wealthy? Are you a high income earner? So with all of these are the factors you have to know on how you to invest. And I talked about idle cash, how you can start budgeting, spending, saving, and every other. Thank you so much, everyone. I have to go right now because I have another meeting right now. So, okay, Spencer said $3 is 1,500 CFA. That's for Cameroon, I believe. CFA should be Cameroon. Yeah. So that is it. That's 1,500 francs. Is it first? CFA. So if you have $3, it is good. You should, or if you can save $3 every month, or even if it's every two months, you are on your way to investing. That's why I have to go now. Thank you so much if you have been here. And if you have questions, because I cannot take questions right now, I have to leave. I have another meeting. Please put all your questions in our WhatsApp group page and I will answer all your questions there. But this is Investment 101 to teach you why you need to invest. Hope you enjoyed this meeting. Thank you, and I will see you in our next YouTube video on how to invest and where you need to invest. Thank you. Okay, it's France CFA. Okay, France CFA. Thank you, Spencer, for that. Okay, Spencer said it's awesome. I'm really blessed. Thank you, Spencer, that you were really blessed. Spencer said this is highly, highly paid lesson. I am getting for free. Yes, it's highly paid, and you're getting it for free. God, you love us. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Thank you. And bye bye till we meet again. Thank you. So until we meet again. Bye. Thank you.